Hey everyone, and welcome back to Total Crypto for another video. It looks like Bitcoin has been dropping for the past several days now, and it had a knock-on effect on some of the other cryptos, especially within the top 50. However, if we take a look at my favorite list over here, we can see AMC at 85% to the upside, Kitty 60, GME, CatDog, and the list goes on. So that means with memes, it's looking pretty decent. However, what about our favorite memes? What's going on with Success Kid, as well as Pickle and a few other memes? Well, guys, in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look on BTC and Ethereum chart and see how it may impact on the rest of the meme and crypto in general. So if you like the sound of that, so why don't you strap onto your boots, put on your rocket helmet, so let's get into the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, guys, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications so you can be updated with all my latest contents and videos. So why don't we just get straight into the chart itself and find out what the heck is going on with some of these memes that's exploding to the upside. AMC has just decided to rocket up today with 81% move to the upside. Look at this massive engulfing candle. I would like to find out what is the catalyst for this move to the upside, because if we take a look at GameStop, we are also up by 50% on the day. Wow, guys. Market cap is slightly going back up again, which is great news at 30 million now. We are up on the day on 49% and the price is at 0.004. So let's take a closer look and see what's going on. Okay guys, so it looks like rather than moving our way up in a healthy manner, instead we short straight up. Now I see a couple of things here that could mean, well, would indicate we could be continuing our way to the upside. But as always, I love to wait for the pullback because it will present us more opportunities in order for us to get in so we can make some pretty decent gains. Now, which area have we broken up from and turned to support? It will be this area right over here. Why is that? Because if we look to our left, all we see here is nothing but clear invalidation area, which means if we continue to the upside, we should be continuing much more further. See, this is the last important area before we went down, start moving around the sides until we've broken away above this level right there. Now this is a key and important level because it's a change of structure once we do break above. Now we have clearly broken way above, but the one thing I don't like about a massive engulfing candle like this, typically we will see a complete, not meltdown, but back down into these levels down here, bringing us below this point. So as long as we stay above here, then that means I reckon that we should continue our way up and to not only retest here, but to go much more higher, because I look at the chart like in phases. This is the lower phase, this is where we should be, and we should be clearing this level here in order for me to remain even more bullish to a move to the upside. How much more higher can we go? Well, I reckon, guys, 10x away from here, it will be at 297 million. 100x at 2.9 billion. We could potentially go up to maybe a billion or plus. Even if we see 50x, I'll be quite satisfied with GameStop, because I'm not sure whether GameStop would in fact have that catalyst or that driving factor that could take GameStop to that 1000x. So why don't we jump into Kitty, because Kitty, again, just like GameStop, is with the T1. Kitty, just like GameStop, is doing pretty well today, pretty well at 54% move to the upside, and the price is at 0.003119, market cap at 2.33. So let's take a closer look at the chart and see what is going on. Yep, just like GameStop, ticker GME. Let's take a closer look. So guys, if you've been following my last few videos on Kitty, we did say we could be seeing a move something similar to this. However, we had to wait a little bit longer for this move to the upside before potentially we see a pullback and continue to the upside. Right now, just like a game, we saw a massive uptick like this. So that means we've broken through actually two structures here. So we're changing directions and changing trends. Take a look at this, guys. So firstly, we have clearly broken above from this level right here. And it looks like we've also broken this level here. Now this could give me a confidence that we should be able to at least continue our way back into these areas right over here. If we zoom, or should I say, if we fast forward to the present, we've more or less wicked in the same wicked areas right over here. So this could just be a liquidity grab. In fact, once we do come back up into the zone, which I reckon is imminent in the next few days, the reason why I say that is because when you see candles all budged up like this, typically that means all the liquidity and volume is within this area right over here. So whenever we clear to the upside or to the downside, tend to be more powerful move to either direction because we've been accumulating quite a bit around here. So let's take a little bit more TA look on this chart. All right, so we've broken structure. As long as we remain above this line right over here, then we should be continuing our way to the upside. You're probably wondering which line because I haven't zoomed in properly. This line right over here. We need to remain above these levels here in order for us to continue our way to the upside. Either way, guys, just because it is massive pump to the upside, it doesn't mean that we are bullish. Potentially we could be falling all the way back down into this level here, because that is where the move originated from, that one move blast to the upside. I wouldn't be too surprised if in the next couple of days we do see a move back into the zone. But guys, do not be fearful, be greedy, because whenever we come back down into the lower lows or roughly around about this area here, that presents us another opportunity to a move to the upside. How high do I reckon we can go for Roaring Kitty? The market cap is at $2.34 million, so that means 10x away from here at $23 million, 100x at 239 million, and then finally 1000x at $2.4 billion. Do I reckon that we can get to the $1 billion market cap? Not quite sure, because Roaring Kitty has been extremely quiet over the past several months. We've only just made this one big move to the upside, but not knowing exactly what was the catalyst that made us run to the upside. I'm more bullish on different memes to see that nice juicy 1000x gains, so I'm not quite sure with Kitty, maybe 50x if we're lucky. So why don't we move on to the next coin, and that's going to be Cat Dog. Cat Dog's market cap is at $7.16 million, and we're up on a day on 44.75% for the past 24 hours, and the price is at 0.0000, how many zeros? 8261. So why don't we take a closer look at the chart and see what is going on. Beautiful, guys, check this out. So we've came down to the third trade, and I reckon, providing we do continue with this move to the upside, we should be seeing some nice healthy gains. All right, let's check this out. But before we do that, why don't I just squeeze that in just a little? Perfecto. Right, so far it looks like we're still continuing away to the upside. We're still stuck in this little sideways action range here. This could mean either one or two things. Either for the short term, we are going to see either, let me just click on that. We are either going to see a move to the upside from here or move to the downside. If we do move to the downside, I'll be looking to back a few more in this area, because it looks like it could give us a second bite of the cherry for that move to the downside. However, the reason why I place this trade is because we might not even come back down into the zone, and it gives us a bigger upswing for a bigger profit take for the near future. Why is that? Because if we take a look to our left, it looks like we came all the way back down, close down to this bottom. So anywhere near closer, or should I say anywhere close over here, would be the perfect opportunity to get in before we see a continuation to the upside. Even if you felt that you'd be much more further down, I wouldn't be too upset, because take a look at this trade here. If I zoom in just a little bit more and we do come back up towards the last all-time highs, that could be a possible 3,308% move to the upside. So that's an easy 33x there. Now if you take a look at this trade as well, that's 256, and this one here is another 59% move to the upside. That is almost close to 37x just from this lovely move. How much more higher can we go? I reckon 10x away from here, 17 million, 100x at 709 million, and then 1000x, that would be 7 billion. Guys, we don't even need to wait to see that 1000x gains from here, because if just between here, or between all these free trades here, if you add up all these free trades just to get back up to the last all-time highs, that's already 37. Yeah, 37x. So that would mean if I would like to see a 100x, I would only need, check this out. And to put into perspective, check this out guys, even if you get up to 0.005, that would be another 489% move to the upside. So that 487, or let's say 500, let's say 500% for this move to the upside from here to there, that's already a 5x. And if we just put things into perspective, let's say for instance we do see that 100x move away from here, guys, we don't need to wait for too long, because this trader alone will give us some insane freaking gains not too distant in the future, because we won't have to travel too much further higher from the last all-time highs to see some significant freaking gains. Because look, because just from this trade to that 10x move, it will take me all the way up here. So that means if I pull out the measuring tool from the last all-time highs, measure it to that, wow guys, look at that, we only need 215% move from the last all-time highs to my target right up here for this particular trade here, and that will give me a 10,000% from this move alone. Now what about this trade over here? Now this trade will take me all the way up to that 1000. And how about this trade over here? Now this one will take me all the way up to, check this out, roughly around about 389%, 1002. That's already 1391% from that move, plus this 10,000. Guys, we don't need to see a complete parabolic move from cat dog, because when you dollar cost your way in like this is how you make some serious freaking gains. So I don't know why people are all getting panicky and crying like babies whenever we do see a run to the downside, or at least complete capitulation, almost exactly what cat dog has been doing, because it presents us even more opportunities to see some wonderful gains in the future. You're just going to be more resilient, have a bit more of a thick skin, because if you do, then you can see some lovely returns just like that. So what do you reckon guys? Are you a fan now of dollar costing average to your way to successes? Let's head over to the last meme before we end this video. We're going to jump into Peng, and the reason why I draw your attention to Peng, because we have 3 trades on the go. There might potentially be even a 4th one. The market cap is at $10.74 million. We are up on the day at 0.83% for the past 24 hours, and the price is at 10 cents. Why don't we take a closer look at the chart and see what is going on? Alright guys, what we can see is we are still in our trades. It looks like we've got 4 trades all set up already. Well, we're in 3 trades. If we do fall much further down, you see guys, I'm never too afraid, because even if you fall down, I can add a lot more, which gives me more huge gains in the near future. But so far we are in all 3 of our trades. We are down on our trades, but I am not particularly too fussed because I reckon as long as we don't continue our way much further to the downside, because I think it is more likely that we should. Reason why, because if we look to our left, what do we see? Nothing but clear invalidation, and that's the original move that propelled Peng to continue away to the upside. Now, depending what happened with BTC, if Bitcoin decides to drop down to $40,000, then I reckon Peng and the rest of the market will be following its suit and continue its way much more further downwards. That's why I'm ready to pounce on this trade if we do come back down anywhere near from the move to the downside, because that will present us a fantastic trade to the upside. Take a look at this. Let's say we do come back down into the zone, and the reason why I drew this trade over here is because if we then measure from where we could potentially be to the last all-time highs, check this out. That's at 12,000% move to the upside alone from down here to the last all-time highs. Not to mention, we've already got quite a few trades running right now, which are these three right over here, which means potentially we could be seeing even more. Now that is the power of DCAUA in, because you only need multiple trades in that one particular meme in order for you to see that wonderful gains. Anyway, guys, I hope you found it useful and informative, because I reckon Peng should reach up to an easy 100x away from here, because that'll put the market cap at 1 billion. Guys, what do you reckon? Are you a fan of Peng? Do you believe that Cat Dog could go to that 1000x? And how high do you reckon Roaring Kitty and GameStop will go within this full season? Thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, guys, do me a favor, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications so you can be notified for all my latest videos. And if you haven't checked out my last video, go check them out, and I'll see you all in the next one.